Look at that bad boy. This low-key has been so many years in the making. It's not really common with comics with that more Japanese style of making it. Now, that traditional Japanese look. It's rare that you see series from Japan, shonen, seinen, shoujo, whatever, where they're coming together as a different series coming together to do whatever. You might get a couple of that in some commercial instances, an ad or something like that. But it's a more Western thing with like the Marvels and DC and things like that. We're getting Secret Wars coming soon, and we already got Infinity War, and then there's been a Secret Wars in the comics, so it's not just with the MCU or film stuff. You also get this, obviously, with the comics, which everything originates from. Western comics that do this a lot. Multiversal stuff. Even if it's not multiverse stuff, there's a lot of just crossovers in general. And so we take a lot of pride in being one of the first to do it. There have been others, right? Even sometimes where you see Avengers and Attack on Titan. Again, little things here and there where brands come together to do some cool stuff, cool crossover. Sometimes it's multiversal, sometimes it's just for fun. You don't really need to explain anything, like Naruto and the Ninja Turtles. So it does happen, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, in one of the very extremely rare instances, we're proud to present Saturday Wars. Not much like it, where the publisher and all the series that are in there are sharing this world, fighting a common enemy, a common goal in hand, and coming together to do some cool stuff. Now, different art styles, and still kind of keeping that within the story where it makes sense why, you see a certain series in a certain art style versus another one, or maybe you're in a certain world, and so the world is tied to the art style. That way we got to do some really creative stuff with the artists contributing to put this book together. There was an artist who kind of sewed everything together. Eddie, who came in clutch and made sure all this happened. Sweet Tooth Eddie, y'all can go check him out. And I think he did some stellar work. The cover, done by yours truly, but more in the sense of putting it together. The creators still got to draw their characters in their style. All the artists knew where their characters were going to be placed on the cover, so they just needed to draw that and get it back to me. And then I did the finishing touches to put it all together. There's a lot of, this is so uncommon, that there's a lot of figuring it out as we go. I'll tell you right now, if we're to do this book again, the process would be so much smoother. You kind of have to think like a producer, a movie producer, where if something goes wrong, you have to improvise and figure it out to make sure everything works smoothly. But in the end, I think it came out great. It was written by Frederick L. Jones, CEO of Saturday AM, and the creator of Clock Striker. And then, obviously, like I mentioned, illustrated by Eddie. Some people are tired of it, but I don't truly believe that. I think if the story is good, if everything is put together well, it's not a matter of being tired of it. You will enjoy it, right? Deadpool came out towards the end. Like, we're knee deep in all the multiversal stuff, and people still enjoy Deadpool. Even though, I don't know if it's the best Deadpool movie, but definitely was the most hyped, one of the most fun Marvel movies in a long time. So it's not that we're tired of it. It's not that people are tired of it, even though that's what they may say. I think it just comes down to the execution of it. There is some variant stuff in here. So for as much as we are inspired by Shonen Jump and, Japanese comics, we're also inspired by the Western stuff out of Marvel, DC, Image, you name it. And Saturday Wars is proof of our inspiration from the Marvels and all of that because of Crisis on Infinite Earth, Civil War, Secret Wars, Infinity War. Now we have our Saturday War where all these characters from all their different worlds come together, right? In the Saturday multiverse. I don't know. When you read it, it'll make a little bit more sense. And so, we'll go from there, which is the point of this. Go get it. Support. So we can do more. Like I mentioned, we've been planning this for so long, and a lot of people have noticed. In fact, I believe it's the top 60 most anticipated comics of 2025 by Comics Beat. It's already gotten some pretty good reviews from Kirkus. Kirkus is a pretty big establishment when it comes to giving out reviews to books in the industry. And not many books get a Kirkus review. So Kirkus, in certain circles is a big deal. Some of you guys have already purchased it, reviewed it, and loved it. Appreciated the effort of trying to achieve something rare for good reason. And on behalf of the team and all the artists who contributed to this, you can actually see all the names who contributed at the in the back. If you supported, I thank you. It was fun to see all the characters in different art styles. It was fun to see my character with other characters in Eddie's art style as well. You even have moments of that glitchiness that you would see maybe in a Spider-Verse, where the art styles kind of change as well. And yeah, Spider-Verse, that's another one where, oh yeah, multiverse, what's the word? There's a word that people like to use. Multiverse fatigue. Trust me, when that Spider-Verse 3 comes out, everybody's going to throw that multiverse fatigue out the window and they're going to be at the cinema. There's some cool concepts in here. There's some things that are very meta, low-key. And if you're someone who's been following Whyt Manga, me, this channel, or Saturday AM for the past decade, there might be a couple things that you'll catch. We learned from the experience, and we can't wait to do it again. In part, will depend on you guys supporting it. In the beginning, I remember, talking with Eddie and, going back and forth just a little bit, because he pretty much nailed it first try, of like getting the characters and getting the characters right, knowing how the characters would be side by side, the heights and all those, things that you don't really think about, and figuring all of that out, and happy with what we have here today. We tried to do Saturday Wars so many years ago, and we've actually had little moments here and there, so it's cool to finally see it in action, because all those other times there were a couple of hiccups and things in the way preventing us from nailing it. Hopefully you guys go check it out. The print cover, look at that gloss. There's a word for it, text gloss. I forgot what it's called, but it's like see that cool sheen. So again, so proud to do it. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, hit the bell so you stay notified each time I upload absolutely anything. Turn on all notifications. Links to everything you could possibly need will be in the description. Major Saturday AM announcements are going to be on the way. In the meantime, I'm revamping my Patreon, and the Patreon is actually going to eventually have all Apple Black pages in color. So if you guys want to enjoy that and all the details, you can just join the Patreon as a free member for now, and then the updates will come over time. Let me know what your favorite crossover events are in comics, film, whatever the case may be. I guess we can narrow it down to just comics. Crisis on Infinite Earth, Secret Wars, Civil War 2, or just cool moments where brands came together, like a Naruto, Ninja Turtle, Avengers, Attack on Titan, and so on. What has been surprisingly the most interesting one that you guys have seen? Let me know in the comments. Actually, I have a funny story about the Naruto Ninja Turtle, but I'm going to save that for another time.